Hey everybody, this is Ishmael, your realtor from eXp Realty. I just want to walk you through the steps of signing up with eXp. So the first step is go to joinapp.exprealty.com, joinapp.exprealty.com. It's going to ask you basic information, first name, last name, email, cell phone number, and country. Press submit. You're going to get an email sent to your email address. You will be sent an email to your email address. Go to your email address and look for an email from eXp and verify your email address. So here's the email that you're going to get. It's going to say to activate your eXp World Access, please follow these steps. So to complete your application, click on here. You click on join.app and follow those steps, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And this is the information you would need to log in. Your email address plus the guest password that's been provided to you. So you would log in with that email address and with that temporary password that's been provided to you and log in to begin. All right, so we're going to say configure factor. Okay, receive a code via SMS, pick a country, and put a phone number. What's your phone number?
347.
Hold on a sec. All right, so as we said, put in the country and put in your cell phone number, and a code will be sent to you. All right, check your phone. Plug in the code and click on verify at the bottom of the screen. Okay, it will now take you to eXp Realty's website, and first thing you'll do is you'll sign the you'll sign in below to access eXp Join App World. All right, let's go ahead and follow these steps. Welcome to eXp Realty. Bamoro, create your eXp Realty account to access. All right, now you're going to do is pick security questions and answers. So we will blur this part out and meet again in a few seconds. Once you do that, you will be brought to this page where you will now begin your ICA. ICA stands for Independent Contractor Agreement, like Uber drivers and so forth. We are independent contractors. We're not employees of the company. So what you want to do is you want to start your process. All right, let's see. And then the other thing, very, very, very important, is you will be given this code. Please write this code down. You will need that later on to check your status. So if you have any questions, what your status is with eXp in terms of how, joining status, you will need this code. So please write this down in this process. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to click on Let's Go. And that's going to start the process to get you started. You put in your first name, you put in your middle name optional, you put in your last name, you put in preferred first name if you have optional, and so forth. So you plug in all of your personal information such as email, phone number, your name, your home address. But then right below that, and this is very important, this is very, very important, it asks you, do you wish to name a specific eXp Realty agent broker as your sponsor? So make sure that you put in the name of the person who introduced you or influenced you to join eXp. This is very important, and if you miss it, it might not be able to redone later on. So don't miss this step. If somebody influenced you or introduced you to eXp, you want to put their name here. Say yes and put the information. All right. If you say no, then that credit is not going to go to anybody. So you might as well have a sponsor who's local who influenced you. All right. All right, folks. So after you have named your sponsor, the person who influenced you to join eXp, next what you want to do is you want to plug in contact information, emergency contact information. This is the person who could be contacted in the case of an emergency. After that, you got to answer a couple of these questions. Have you ever been associated with eXp Realty in the past or present? Yes or no. So pretty simple. Also, do we have permission to send you updates and reminders via text messages? So please say yes. There are also terms and conditions that you can click on to read, but you must acknowledge them afterwards. And after, when you're done, click on save and continue. All right. And we're going through step-by-step process. Now we're on step number 2 of 4 steps, okay? Next, it says, how long have you been licensed? So say if you're a brand new agent, say that. If you're less than 1 year, say that. If you're 1 year and more, say that. Okay, country. So pick the country that you're located in. Obviously, eXp is in UK, Canada, and Australia besides the United States. And then next is pick your state or province. So we're in the U.S., so we have states, and we happen to be in New York, so we're going to say New York. Next, it says license number. So if you are a New York agent and if you're a brand new agent, put 11 zeros because you don't have a license number yet. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. If you already are a licensed agent with another company and want to switch over to eXp, go ahead and plug in your license number here. All right, next is select your MLS. Which MLS or multiple listing service do you wish to be associated with? So if you're in the Bronx, Westchester market, you would pick Hudson Gateway. If you're in Long Island, you would pick Long Island Board of Realtors, and so forth. All right. If your MLS is not listed, then check this little box here. All right, and then it says number of sales transactions in the past 12 months. If whatever number it is, go ahead and put it. If it's 0, say 0. Number of rental transactions in the last 12 months. Whatever number it is, put it. If it's 0, put 0. NRDS number, if you have it, fine. If you don't have it, don't stress over it. Leave it blank. It's optional. Are you licensed as a realtor in another state or province? If it's yes, answer yes. If it's no, answer no. If you say yes, then it might ask you more information later, but if it's yes, say yes. If it's no, say no. Press save and continue, and now we're on step number 3. Okay, is your business going to be primarily residential real estate transactions? Yes or no? Are you a brokerage owner? If you own a real estate brokerage, say yes. If not, say no. Do you own interest in another brokerage company? Do you have any piece of share in another real estate brokerage company? If it's yes, say yes. If not, say no. Will you be selling real estate as an individual agent or part of a team? So if you're planning to work directly through eXp, but have a sponsor, but you're not going to be part of a team, say individual. If you're going to be part of a team, then say team. If you say team, if you choose the team option, are you a team member or team leader? So say team member if that's what your team is status will be. Then go ahead and pick team leader name, and team details. All right. All right, so plug in your team leader's name, plug in the team name, and then leave this box optional for team details. And then it says, have you ever had your license suspended? So answer that truthfully. Next is, have you ever had a registered complaint against you? Answer that truthfully. And then where it says, when do you plan to transfer your license to eXp Realty? Just put tomorrow's date. So whatever date is today, just put tomorrow's date. Don't worry about the rest. eXp will need a few days to process all of this, but just put tomorrow's date. All right, and then press save and continue. Okay. Here I've got some sort of an error, so let's see how can we resolve this. All right, let's get rid of this and let's try one more time. Oh, must be a future date. I thought it was a future date. Let's pick one more date. So press save and continue. Now we're on step number 4, and we're gonna need to put a social, so we're gonna blur this out. All right, so plug in your social and then answer these questions. Would you like to be paid through a company? So if you have a corporation that you want to be paid under, the checks will be made to that corporation. Say yes. If not, leave no. For most agents, the answer will be no. Once you start making good amount of money, you can talk to an accountant and find out the benefits of getting paid through a company or getting paid through your individual self. All right, would you like to provide an alternative billing address? So if your credit card and so forth go to a different address, say yes, otherwise say no. All right guys, so as we were saying, hopefully this video is clear. So would you like to provide an alternative billing address? If you have a different address where your bills go, say yes, otherwise say no. And then would you like to participate in agent equity program? That means every time you do a closing, you have the option to invest 5% of your commission into buying shares at a discounted rate. Would you like to do that? Whatever the answer is, yes or no, go ahead and pick that. You can always change your mind later by going to accounting department and so forth and have them change it. Next, it says, would you like to pay both your initial fee and your monthly fee? How would you like to pay? Using checking account or credit card? Whatever the answer is, go ahead and pick that. Next is W-9 information. Name as on your tax returns, and also federal classification, tax classification. Are you doing business as an individual, sole proprietor, or are you doing business? Next question is exemptions. Any exemption, employee codes. Leave this optional. Leave this blank if you don't know it. Don't stress over this if it doesn't apply to you. Address information. If it's the same address that you've already provided, then go ahead and say that. Next we have is additional information, requester's name and address, account numbers. This is all optional, so leave that. Next, go ahead and put in your credit card information or direct deposit information if it's going to be a bank account. All right, so we're going to blur out this part and move on to the next step, but go ahead and do this. Okay, after you put in your credit card or bank information, it's going to give you a confirmation. Say, I agree. The system will give you a summary page with all of the information you've plugged in. You verify all of the summary information. I don't want to show that on the screen. And then after that, you say save and continue. Then it's going to say you're almost there. Sign my document. So go ahead and click on that. It's going to